I miss razor blade commercials from the 90s.
Like,
Are they different now?
Like Venus Jewel, remember? She'd be singing her butt off in the street while some firefighters would be dancing around.
What's that?
I'm your Venus.
Oh, yeah.
Intuition.
Really? I thought you meant like Gillette commercials, like the Andre Agassi
that's what I was.
Gillette commercials.
Because he shaved his head, right?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
The only thing I remember at Razor commercials is it's like a cyborg face or like a, futuristic robot made face, and bad razors leave red, but good razors leave blue.
Yes, I
Those
remember
are the
that
only
as
things
well.
I remember. As a kid, I was thinking, I can't wait to have to shave.
Red represented the like chafing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also the same with like diapers and things. Blue liquid
Is good pee.
Yeah.
It's like, I look at all this potential piss that it could stop, but it's like, did they just decide at some point we can't do yellow?
Has anyone ever just tried a diaper commercial with straight up yellow piss?
Just dehydrated.
Yeah, it's so thick.
Something's wrong with this baby.
So thick. AJ, you broken?
Yeah, I broke a little bit.
What happened?
Oh no, I was just enjoying the conversation. I was enjoying the podcast.
Were you, wait a minute, AJ, were
I was
you
staring
listening?
I was listening to the podcast.
I didn't know that you could do that.
It's an option. I was staring at Olive and I was imagining all the razor and diaper commercials I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's incredible.
I'm glad that we could entertain you, but you're also, kind of a host of this, aren't you?
Yeah, you're
Wait.
a cast member of Answer For It, the comedy trivia podcast that people are listening to right now.
Well, welcome to the podcast, guys. I'm glad we got diapers and razors out of the way.
No, it's coming back
There you
around.
go, there's more.
Okay, I didn't
It's a
realize there.
motif.
Yeah, I'm AJ Locascio. I am one of the people that are, I guess I'm participating in this now. And this is my friend,
Oh,
Zach.
friend.
This is my acquaintance.
Yeah. Okay.
There
All
we
right.
go. Okay.
I'm Zach Anner. Glad to be here in my home, as always.
Yeah. It was interesting that no one jumped.
I know.
He said my friend,
That's
and
why
no one jumped
that's
at
why
the opportunity to chime in. You couldn't
yeah.
be talking about me. But maybe you were talking about me. I am James Willems.
Yes.
Your friend. And your voice alike.
That's, yeah. Okay. Quick sidebar.
We're voice brothers.
We're my mom called me to tell me she was listening to the podcast and said, sometimes I can't tell the difference between you and that other guy, James.
That handsome man,
That
James.
handsome voice. Both my sons, I called
And
them.
James's mother said the same thing.
And your
Yeah.
mother said the same thing. So
Did
And
your mom
mother
at
has
least?
like a New York accent kind of too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Jersey
Maybe
accent.
we have the same
though.
mom.
Very different.
have we ever checked?
No, we haven't checked. I would say probably not based on how you've described your mom.
I definitely say one of you was given up at birth.
Oh, you
That
think?
is almost a fact. Something we can.
Yeah, my family,
Yeah.
I suspect I may have kudasau in my
Oh, yeah?
bloodline.
You think so? I
think
can see it
might.
in you.
I
The
think
light
I
eyes.
might. Yeah. And Elyse, my best friend of all time, one might say the champion of my life.
I'm Elyse Willems. I'm the host and moderator of this podcast. I ask the questions that then they have to answer. First question, while it might sound nice, giving someone a Glasgow kiss actually means doing what to them?
This one I actually know the answer to. We're
Oh,
kicking
do
it
you?
off with a classic. James already knows the answer, but he's not going to shout it out.
I feel like I might know the answer, but I feel like if it isn't the answer, then it also might be offensive to Scottish people.
No, you can't offend Scottish people.
No.
You can't offend
No.
the
You
Let's
unoffendable.
be offended.
I feel like it's breaking a bottle and smashing a bottle in the face.
Like a hooligan.
mwah.
Yeah, like the guy in Braveheart with the scar.
If you could smash a face, would you?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would just be thinking about it all the time. Although that was a great Braveheart reference. I just took it as an actual question.
Well, it was brave minus the heart.
It was brave. It wasn't Braveheart. That's very funny though.
But I do like the idea of Zach going to it's 1999. Okay, time doesn't matter here, but Zach goes to the video store and he thinks he's renting Brave, but he actually gets Braveheart.
It's a time traveling video
Yeah.
store.
I mean,
Oh.
it'd be cool if you could get your hands on Brave.
Oh man.
Or he could just go to any video store today. There is one
They exist.
in
Yeah.
LA that you can rent stuff from.
I saw pictures from a Suncoast that still exists.
Where?
I don't even know what that is.
Let's hang up the.
I know we should. Honestly, if people supported this podcast enough, we could potentially do an episode live from the final Sun Coast. I would love to do that because I don't think it's anywhere interesting.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, I have an answer.
Do people want us to start like a Patreon or something?
No, they don't want us to.
Oh, okay.
At some point, we're going to have to figure out how to monetize this podcast. But they're happily
You can all
listening to this.
live here.
Oh, in your new place?
I've already
Yeah.
volunteered to live here, so
Maybe.
yeah, we're halfway there.
No candy
Wait,
drawer
Glasgow
yet.
Kiss. Glasgow Kiss.
Yeah, what do you guys think they could be?
I'm going to imagine it's a little punch right in the mouth or something. It sounds like it's a violent thing. You don't come up with a
wake someone up.
what?
Just to wake someone up. It's just a little punch.
Yeah, just a little kiss.
Is it Glasgow Kiss? Is what you said, right?
Glasgow Kiss. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
maybe
feel
I
like it's
don't know
got to
what it
be
is.
something since it sounds nice, but they're also referencing a specific area. Oh, we're gonna punch him right in the face with a Glasgow kiss. It's got to be something violent, I imagine, right? You look at you smiling, smirking about the Glasgow kiss. Did we get it right, James? What do you think it is?
In hindsight, I may not know what it is.
Oh.
Because I know what a
Oh,
Glasgow
wow.
we
What
have
a
a
reversal.
liar in our midst.
What a
Yeah.
reversal.
I know what a Glasgow smile is.
What's that?
That's the Joker. That's Heath Ledger from the Joker. So
Is it really?
It's like when you
Oh.
cut the cheeks.
Yeah,
of a-
yeah.
Is it then?
ooh.
Are you killing somebody then?
No, it's basically getting your mouth cut open. Someone puts a knife in
yuck.
your mouth and cuts out
But
a
imagine-
piece of your mouth. I believe is called a Glasgow
Maybe you shouldn't
smile.
have such a pretty little mouth.
Oh my
The
god!
real question: what's happening in Glasgow? I am going to have to say that my answer is when that happens to you, the first thing you do is you grab the person with the knife and you go, "Oh yeah," and you give them a big bloody smooch.
Oh, okay.
A big bloody smooch.
Imagine all the
That
lollipops.
doesn't seem very sanitary.
No, it
Well,
doesn't.
it's Scotland,
I've never been to Scotland,
It shows.
and you never will.
so I haven't
with that
gotten one of
attitude.
these.
Okay.
But I'd like to. Or would I?
Were we close? Was I close?
Wait, what was Zach's answer?
Smashing a bottle over someone's head.
And AJ had no answer.
No, I
No.
said punch in the mouth.
He said a little punch in the
Oh.
mouth.
Then maybe AJ's closest. A Glasgow kiss actually means that you headbutt someone.
yes, I
did
know that.
There's a
Headbutt
wrestler that does that.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is he Scottish?
gives him yes, he's
Oh.
Scottish and he gives him the glass.
Now,
Stupid
is this done in a romantic context also?
Yeah. Any physical contact in Scotland is romantic. That's the thing.
Wow.
No, you disagree?
well, I just
Debate me.
Okay.
Now it's for a new section on the show
Any
where you
physical
debate me.
contact in Scotland is romantic. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
It's a country of love.
Okay, so if you're arrested, that is,
If
and they
you're
grab
being
you, that's a
arrested,
romantic.
Yeah.
I don't think Scotland comes up in even the top maybe 3-4 most romantic countries.
I disagree. And which brings us to our next segment. Debate me.
Think about what we know about Scotland. Okay, the men are so masculine that they're confident in their masculinity to wear kilts,
Yeah.
skirts,
that's true.
essentially. Okay, they
Uh-huh.
caber toss. So, what's a Glasgow kiss among friends or lovers? You know,
Yeah, it's nothing.
it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's a good night.
Do you know if this is done in a friendly context? If you just do it with your pals, or if you do it in a way to antagonize people from opposing, I guess, tribes?
Yes.
In the
tribes.
modern
That's,
era.
yeah, that is what they have there.
Probably happening at football games.
Oh,
Right.
I see.
yeah. Yeah.
And to the English.
So this wouldn't be something that just a sober businessman going down the street would
You're
do.
describing something that doesn't exist in Scotland.
I don't know. They have business in Scotland.
They don't have sobriety.
Oh,
How often does this happen that they had to come up with a cute name? Does someone also announce it? Do they go, I'm gonna give him a Glasgow kiss? Like, or do they say, oh, he gave him a Glasgow kiss?
I think both can be true, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I mean, it has to happen often enough to reference it in such a sweet way. I'm over this one. What's the next question?
This is a little bit blue, but can you Glasgow down on someone?
What is that? Is that
You don't want to know what that
when
is.
What are you headbutting
You
in
don't
that
wanna-
case?
You don't know what that
Alright.
is.
I'm confused.
We
That's
all
okay.
are.
That's okay.
Sometimes, Zach, when two people love each other, they might express that love physically.
With a Glasgow kiss. Right to the bridge of the
Oh.
nose.
All right.
I'm glad we brought up video stores, video rental
Oh.
stores, because I actually have a question related to them.
Okay, great.
Everyone remembers Blockbuster's iconic slogan, make it a Blockbuster night. and their other memorable tagline, "Be kind, rewind." But what third slogan did they use in commercials and marketing in the 90s?
We're going out of business.
Yeah.
We'll never
Yeah.
cow to Netflix.
Yeah. We'll be on
Yeah.
top forever.
Yeah. Stream this. Blockbuster.
Physical flicks.
Physical flicks, not Netflix.
Yeah.
What third slogan did they have?
In the 90s.
In the 90s.
So they were
Yeah.
at the top of their game.
Yeah.
They could have gotten away with anything.
They can afford to have more than one slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have gotten away with anything, you say?
It wasn't Blockbuster, I hardly know her. So take that out of your minds
All right.
completely.
Dang it.
Oh, wow.
We killed JFK. That was their slogan. Because at the time they were king. They would just declare crimes once a week.
It was supposed to be Rent JFK, movie with Kevin Costner,
Yeah.
but somebody
2
messed it up.
VHSs you'd
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Why do I know? I
Gosh.
think my dad owned it. I think that's why. My dad's obsessed with JFK.
There was nothing quite like a 2 VHS movie. That told you were getting a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah, that Titanic one.
Gandhi.
All the most historically weird. Yeah, because what? Gandhi, JFK, Titanic. Those are the only.
the
What else?
trifecta.
You did feel like you were getting more movie. And, it was easier for me to go into a video store and be excited because, like, you remember how the actual videos were behind the boxes?
Mhm.
Well, because I had no depth perception, I couldn't tell
Mhm.
if there were any copies left of the movie I wanted
Right.
until I got right up there.
To be fair, even though I have depth perception, I still checked all the boxes because you're like, you never know what you're going to find back there.
And
man.
then you're like, oh, is it in the recently returned? Is it in the return?
Can you check? Can you check the machine? Can you check the computer? Maybe
Did
someone just brought it
Sound
back.
of Music have 2?
Yes.
That sounds about right.
It's so funny to think about the fact that it was like, well, what can we do? 2 VHSs. The movie is 95 minutes long. We got to put it on too. And now you can't get out of the theater in under 4.5 hours for just a regular movie. We've strayed so far from God's light. I think they said, rent it, don't vent it.
Don't vent it?
Yeah, don't vent it.
Like, don't be upset about it. Vent because you're venting.
Yeah, because online forums were just starting. This is when movie websites were starting to take off, .com, early stuff, early bubble stuff. And everyone was writing their opinions about movies. And they were like, come on, guys, rent it. Don't vent it. And that was said by the Blockbuster mascot at the time, Tapey.
Tapey. Remember Tapey?
I remember Tapey.
Yeah.
Please, Daddy, rewind me.
Yeah.
I love how it feels when you send my magnetic tape backwards.
Put me in that little race car rewinder. Remember they would make
yeah.
because you didn't want to wear out your VCR rewinding tapes. So there was one I remember that you could buy shaped like a race car.
Yeah.
Because it implied that the tape rewound fast.
We had a regular one that we kept next to the stove for some reason, which seems like a bad place
You
to
actually
keep.
owned a tape rewinder?
We owned a tape rewinder. My dad was like, we're getting a tape. We'll see. We also were,
Man.
I know.
Your cruise privilege,
I know,
your
someone
tape
brought that up.
rewinders, you were living in the lap of luxury.
Yeah, you got to check that cruise privilege at the dock, my friend.
I think we need to remind our audience that thinks that AJ is all, too good for this podcast, that though he may have had a lot of things, he didn't have a lot of love in his life.
That's true.
No, yeah, they would keep me. Sometimes they'd put meat in the vent down into the basement where they'd feed me. They just stuff it in and it'd fall and I'd scramble over
But
to it.
my goodness, that meat was top quality.
Yeah.
Butcher cuts, So,
I can only
Great.
imagine,
From Wegmans.
You think your dad's coming home to have a catch with you, but it's just another tape rewinder.
Just
did you mention, are you a Wegmans boy?
I was a Wegmans boy. Well, I wasn't. I went to one Wegmans once and I was blown away by how nice it was.
Wegmans was not my grocery store growing up.
Ours was ShopRite.
But it is now.
It
used to be Tops. Now it's Wegmans
It's
because
gorgeous.
we've
It's
come
like a
a long
theme
way.
park for grocery stores on the East Coast.
Is it Wegmans or Wagmans?
It's Wegmans with a E.
Okay.
Wegmans.
Okay.
Can we have it used in the sentence?
We're going to Wegmans.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're going to Wegmans. Yay! The theme park of grocery stores.
Yep, and people will say, I got to go to my Wegmans. They're very possessive about their particular grocery store.
I will say now when I speak to my mom on the phone, who, by the way, loves the podcast, she said she can't stop listening to the Slippery Abe segment.
Love it.
Almost every time I talk to her, she's like, I'm at Wegmans. I'm going to Wegmans. I feel like where she lives is
Just so you know, AJ's mom, that was me doing an impression of you, not
Yes.
AJ doing an impression of you.
Me
He would
as
never
in-
disrespect you
No,
with
never.
an unflattering impression like that.
And
she
never-
knows. She's like, you say I talk like a duck. And that's true. She does. She goes, what? What do you want? And I'm like, hey, Mom, it's me. Hey.
So Blockbuster,
So Be Kind Rewind. Be Kind Rewind.
make it a Blockbuster
Make it a
night.
Blockbuster.
But they had commercials and marketing. They had another
Do not remember a third
slogan
slogan.
they were pushing. They used in the
Where's
the
the beef?
brand.
They would say.
I think they said, we're invincible.
Yeah. The future
You're
of
busting my
entertainment.
blocks here. That's
Yeah.
what they would say. You're busting my blocks here. Hey.
They said, we're the future of physical media, and the future of physical media is the only future. In fact, we don't even know why we're specifying it.
We've got Avita.
We've got Avita.
Remember Avita?
Yeah, I
Gosh,
always think
people went
about
nuts
I
for
Avita.
it.
remember Evita, but I also don't think I've ever, because I rented it on VHS, there are so many movies that I've never seen in the original aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I thought we were talking about the cheese.
Oh,
Velveeta is what you're thinking of.
Velveeta, the
Oh.
one who, the first lady of that country.
Velveeta Perón.
Yeah, Velveeta Perón.
I got, I'm going to go with you're busting my blocks here.
You're busting
Wait, you're going with Elise's fake answer?
No,
I
That's
was
not
mine.
allowed.
She's got the
I
right
said that
answer in
terrible.
front of her. You can't.
Yeah, she can't make up
Wait,
an
did
answer.
people call Blockbuster blocks for short ever?
I'm going down the blocks. That's what I'd say.
How many blocks is your closest blocks?
Maybe it's the best theater is at home
Which
or
isn't
something
true
like
because your
that.
TV is so small and square.
Your 13-inch TV is the best way to experience cinema.
Yeah.
I don't remember this, but apparently the third slogan they used was, wow, what a difference.
What?
What a
Something.
difference to what?
That was the
Compared to
slogan for
what?
something.
I thought that was like Sony.
Something. Wow. What wasn't there's something that had a jingle that was wow, what a difference.
They had a 1998 commercial. Wow, what a difference. Over 10,000 tapes in one store.
What a difference to what?
The
Other
mom and
tape
pop
stores?
I
shop
remember
that they
this.
wanted to like smush.
That's a horrible slogan. That sounds like something where like THX Sound would be like, wow, what a difference. I can really hear the difference in sound. Or like when DVD came out, they were like, wow, what a difference.
Yeah.
But not, I hate that. I'm going to say it's not true.
All right, well, give me your Blockbuster card then. I'm revoking it.
Hold
on.
We're actually going to act this out because AJ does
I
have
do
a
actually
Blockbuster
have
card.
here
as
you
well.
go.
Yeah, and I'm going to tear this up.
Oh, no,
I
my
can't.
debit
It's
card.
It's too thick and durable. Damn it.
Elise and I got a postcard from the last
Wow.
Blockbuster
Yeah.
from my wonderful best friend Corey,
Who listens to the pod?
who listens to the pod, except for this episode. He skipped this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I hate that. I don't
I
like
remember
at
that.
all.
I think I remember that. But for some reason in my head, I thought it was something completely
I
different.
remember it, and I think it may have been related to how many copies of the latest movies that you wanted to see.
Because
that
we
they
have
had.
walls.
We've got
and Fight Club.
10,000.
Where did that start? The
Because
idea,
there used to be other video stores,
Right.
so they were able to delineate it. But shortly thereafter, there weren't, so they had to get rid of the catchphrase.
just doesn't
In
have the
fact,
punch that I feel
the-
like.
My Blockbuster in Buffalo, New York, where I am from, was originally a local chain called Video Factory,
Okay, yeah.
and it became a Blockbuster.
I remember the local chains when I
Yeah.
grew up. I go get
Sometimes
video games.
You live
and-
long enough to become the villain. You know?
Is that Blockbuster?
Just like You've Got Mail, the big villain is Barnes and Noble. Now Barnes and Noble's the
It's the
hero.
little guy, yeah.
Yeah. Blockbuster actually lived long enough to become the villain, but
And-
then the victim again.
Yeah. Oh, the dream.
That's what that's the dream for this podcast.
And then
is
there
like-
was that show on Netflix called The Last Blockbuster that they canceled immediately.
yeah,
Was it a show? I thought it was just a one documentary.
No, it was a
sitcom.
there was a
Yeah.
sitcom too.
yeah.
What? Boy, I really got to get up to date on all my Blockbuster
Nah.
stuff.
Nah.
What's the next question, Trivia Master?
Speaking about getting on up,
Uh-oh. Jefferson's question?
Big Bang, the Jackson 5, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, and the Osmonds rank as the 5 best-selling boy bands of all time. But who among them is number 1?
Big Bang.
Big Bang,
Big
the
Bang.
Jackson 5, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, and the Osmonds.
Is this one of those things where you wrote a fake?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
I've never
does-
heard of Big Bang before in my life.
Did you make that one
that
up?
made
I did
me-
not
Are you
make
in Big
this
Bang?
up.
Big Bang is that actually the biggest one because we've never heard of it and it's just not, they didn't break it in America like Robbie Williams. James is desperately trying to make us all watch the Monkey movie.
I watched it again for a second time, and it was.
I asked you if you wanted to come over to my place and watch it, and you said no.
That's not true. We had a whole discussion, and I told you when we were watching, and you said I can't. So then I watched it. I proceeded. I had to move. I had to go. What am I supposed to do? Not watch a movie that came out 8 months ago?
In his defense, you kind of live your life however you want, Zach.
That is true.
You guys are disturbing Olive. She woke up from her nap to
look
deeply into my soul.
So you guys are familiar with everyone here except for Big Bang.
I'm going to say Jackson 5, just because they've been around longer.
But do they have the number of albums and hits?
Would you like me to tell you how long all of these bands have been active for?
Active or in the known?
Years active.
Yeah, years active. Big Bang. It's probably the answer.
Key members of the Jackson 5 are dead. Are you saying that they're still going as 3?
Well, Big Bang has been active from 2006 to present. Backstreet Boys from 1993 to present. The Jackson 5 from 1964 to 1990. 2001, 2012 to 2013.
Wait, 2000, who was this one?
The Jackson 5.
Oh, and then they came back again?
They came back
kind of?
Well, they were active for 3 periods of time. 2001, they just came back the one time. The Osmonds, 1958 to 1980.
Wait, Osmonds? Like Donny Osmond?
Yeah, and his brothers.
He had a brother band?
He had like a bunch of brothers.
Not Donny and Marie?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think Marie was the youngest. I think there was like all the brothers, and then Marie was the youngest, and Donnie was like the youngest of the boys.
Okay.
So Donnie would be with the boys, and then he and Marie tag teamed
I only
up.
know Uncle Baby Billy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Billy Osmond?
No.
And New Kids on the Block, 84 to 94, 2008 to present.
It's not New Kids on the Block. I'm going to scratch that right out.
Yeah.
But they had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick.
They had a bunch of hits, and
That's LFO.
I do know that my friend Christina Kuzmic, who's from Croatia, like New Kids on the Block were huge.
They were huge.
Sorry, it's most album sold.
So this is best-selling boy band of all time.
So that means singles and albums. People don't buy stuff anymore. So like you have to think about when.
Just like, what's your favorite Big Bang song? They're Korean.
That's an alternate.
They're South Korean.
I was gonna say that's an alternate trivia question. Is here are the biggest boy bands of all time. One of them is called Big Bang. Name a single song.
We are so not the audience for that. Like
No.
it's just out of our.
What songs do you know from New Kids on the Block?
We're New Kids on the Block, Blockbuster.
Wow, what a difference!
What do we know?
I would know that. I may not be able to name it. The right stuff. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know any.
Step by step, ooh baby.
I'm just saying it was there was a time when New Kids on the Block were popular where they were just cramming cassettes and records down your throat, right? So this Big Bang may be huge, but are they selling? Is there just an industry that would allow them to sell this much? I don't know. So I'm gonna go Backstreet Boys.
I'm going Jackson 5 just because I feel like they have the numbers on their side. I hear Jackson 5 more than I hear any other band on the radio. Like they're constantly playing and like, I'm going to a boba shop. And it's like Jackson 5's playing and I slowly back out.
Okay.
James says Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. AJ says it's easy as ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Give me the Jackson 5. Zach, what are you thinking?
I actually believe that it is Backstreet Boys because I remember when I first took a trip to England with my dad to visit my aunt. Before the Backstreet Boys broke in America, they were huge in England. So I'm thinking there's sales of the Backstreet Boys that I have not accounted for.
Have you been counting?
Yeah, I've been counting this whole time.
Or were they like Tobacco Bruvs?
Yeah, that's right. They were the Backstreet Brothers.
We got to hear the accent. The other
good.
time,
Hey, you did
Zach
an accent.
refused to do his accent.
Yeah.
Couple of chaps in the alley.
Do I win?
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, that's the best
Yeah,
one.
you get a Backstreet Boy album. This is a complete coincidence.
What's the answer?
All right, I'll rank them.
From least
For
to
you.
okay.
Well, first of all, here's a question: how many millions of sales do you think these bands?
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Hundreds
All
of
right.
millions.
So at number 5, the Osmonds with 77 million.
Wow.
New Kids on the Block at 4 with 80 million.
Okay.
Jackson 5 at 3 with 100 million.
Oh, wait, say it ain't so. You're lying, right?
Backstreet Boys at 2 with 130 million.
Oh, Big Bang.
Big Bang number
Big
1.
Bang. Wow,
Whoa.
good for them.
Million sold.
Whoa.
There must be some sort of technical like
150
thing there.
million
Dang.
claimed sales.
This is just how uncultured, or I guess because we're not a 16-year-old.
This is how not weird and healthy we are. We don't know this information.
I totally believe that a Korean boy band would be able to do that, but I just think the industry doesn't. Like, this is why these records stop breaking, and like Taylor Swift has a ton of album sales, but like you look at their singles and you're like, oh, okay, it's because they counted this one like several times. Just same with TV ratings. They'd be like, oh, the final episode of The Honeymooners got 150 billion simultaneous viewers, and it just doesn't happen anymore because of how many options there are and how things are
You
delivered.
also don't really sell
I'm surprised.
physical albums in the way.
I mean, it
that
might
we-
not be only physical, but you lose out
Interesting.
on the option to do that. So, I mean, that's
Also,
cool. Good for them.
NSYNC not on that list, huh?
That's
No.
surprising because
I
I
was
would think
surprised.
they're bigger than Backstreet Boys. At least in my mind.
I feel like they were in the zeitgeist, but I think they missed that window of selling albums.
I also don't think they were as active as long.
Oh yeah, that's true. They were in response to Backstreet Boys, and they
Right.
lasted about the same amount of time.
Let's
Who was your
see.
favorite Backstreet Boy?
It's like when you think about the Spice Girls, they were not active for that long.
Yeah.
They were not the full 5 of them for that long. NSYNC was active for approximately 7 to 8 years.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Can I? That's about almost as long as the Beatles were together.
Who's your favorite Beatle?
My favorite Beatle is Ginger.
Ah, yeah, very nice.
Mine's AJ. The one from
You like AJ from the Backstreet Boys because
yeah.
his name's AJ.
his name's AJ. I don't know anything about him.
How much does your favorite Backstreet Boy is the factoring of that? What monster they were in the music
in that
video?
one video. Everybody. Yeah. If that were the case, I don't remember what the hell anyone was. I actually don't know anything about any of their personalities at all. So
No
if one of them
does.
turned out to be a murderer, I don't know. But what were they? Was any of them like the creature from the Black Lagoon? Then that's my favorite.
One of them was the mummy. One was a werewolf. One was
Frankenstein's
Jekyll
monster,
and Hyde.
right? Wasn't
All the
one-
sexy monsters.
There
There was a
was a-
Dracula
yeah.
and a.
One was
werewolf.
Dracula.
So no one was climbing out of a swamp in full prosthetics.
The mummy was pretty.
But he was like a
wrapped up.
sexy mummy, right? With his face
They were all
exposed
sexy.
and
You
some of his
can't
tummy,
deny that.
maybe.
I
His
missed
abs.
all of this because, as we've established on previous episodes, I did not have cable.
That's true. That's
no,
true. That's
you
true.
didn't miss it. If you missed out on the sensation that was the Backstreet Boys, that was your own doing.
I was
Not
watching
cable.
Bill Nye the Science Guy on PBS.
And Wishbone,
yes.
Aw, Wishbone.
you could have still gone out and seen it. You gone to your local
Going out
Suncoast.
where?
Suncoast, they're going to be playing it on the screens there. You could have
Yes.
seen it. It was everywhere.
Stood in a Best Buy.
Yeah, Zach, how often in the 90s did you get breaking news because you were walking past an electronics store where all the TVs
Yeah.
had it
Oh,
on?
yeah. It's always like, I always wondered how they got it all to the same channel. I didn't understand. I was like, somebody has to flip it to the channel. And I'm like, how are they all synced like that? It was so not smart.
He was a simple child with
Yes.
simple needs. Yeah. Just standing for hours in front of the local Radio Shack.
This country holds the distinction of drinking the most coffee per capita. Historically, it was considered a hard-to-get luxury item, but now it's so popular and ingrained in the culture that coffee breaks are even protected by labor agreements in some workplaces, especially during the long, dark, and cold winters. Which country am I talking about?
America.
Yeah, our
yeah.
protected
Yeah, we're protecting anything, yeah. I think we're going for a twofer. I'm going to say Korea.
Wow.
The long, dark Korean winters.
Yeah, they have winters over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it doesn't seem
yeah.
like traditionally. I think everyone kind of got together. They said, we love coffee. We love Big Bang.
You have your Big Bang mug.
Yeah, I love drinking coffee out of my Big Bang mug.
They sound like Huey, what is this, Droopy Puppy? They love coffee. They love
I
Big
appreciate
Bang.
that you needed to have some accent, but you're like, I can't do a racist one.
Yeah. Which country?
Mm.
Okay, wait, what was the list of things that were required?
Well, it's so popular, even though it's not natural to that country, but you drink it all the time. It's a cold country at times.
It's not a traditionally coffee drinking country.
It's not like Colombia.
And you said it's cold all the time.
It
Not
can
cold.
get very cold. I would say.
I don't think that this is right, but I think it's in the right area, like a Norway or something like that, or
Mm.
like Switzerland, maybe Switzerland.
Because of the chocolate.
I was thinking Japan,
Oh,
but
the
then I wanted to
chocolate.
tie it into Big Bang, so then I went with Korea. But
What is a coffee culture that we like? When I think of coffee, unfortunately, I think of the U.S. People are like, I got my Frappuccino. Like people
Well,
just wired out of their
I
minds.
think it has
Yeah.
more to do with the fact that most of the world drinks tea, right?
And the U.S. rejected tea.
We rejected
rejected it.
tea
They said,
because
"Don't
it
give
was
me any tea."
I don't wanna
the
look at it.
empire
This
or
is
whatever.
trash water.
And so we developed coffee. So I think what maybe the question is hinting at is that this is maybe one of those countries that traditionally.
Can I have the floor for a moment?
yeah,
Sure,
please, it's your
yeah,
floor.
you're the trivia
Yeah,
master.
take the floor.
Boston Tea Party, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They took all those crates of tea, they threw it in the what river? What body of water did they throw it into?
The Boston River.
Boston River. Throw it in the Boston River, which I'm Canadian. That might be real or not.
We don't know.
Weren't they just making the most fucking tea you could possibly, for people who hated tea, they're taking a surplus of tea bags and putting it into water. Aren't you just making the
Making tea.
You're
most
making
tea?
the biggest.
You're making
yeah.
the biggest cup
Yeah.
of tea you
I
could
don't-
possibly make.
I don't think
cold
that
water.
I rest my case.
I don't think that the whole revolt was because they had something against tea.
The concept of tea.
They were fine. They were just throwing it out.
They hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, we've made
Well-
too much tea. Like,
Here's the question. If you were a big tea drinker when that happened, and after the Boston Tea Party, if you still had tea, was it frowned upon to drink it?
Yeah, probably. That
Were you
happens all the time now, though.
Like you scab.
You gotta cover it. Like somebody's like, "Are you drinking tea?" And you're like, "This is urine." No,
Yeah.
No, it's urine,
You
I
misunderstood.
promise.
This is medicinal urine. I promise.
Unpasteurized, I swear. Huh.
This is hot latrine water.
Yep. Yep. And then, phew.
Yeah, thank God you're still on our side.
Thank God.
What river was it? It was like the Potomac. Potomac.
That's not what the question is.
The
The question is
Potomac.
which country drinks coffee. But you're introducing new questions to
Well,
complicate
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I want to know what river it was. It was some river that I couldn't remember as a kid. Some lake. Boston Harbor. It was Boston Harbor.
Boston
That's what I
Harbor.
said.
No,
Yeah,
you said
it's
Boston
Boston
Lake or
River.
something.
I said the Boston River.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 73. Final answer.
Okay, that's useless. Zach?
Zach was quite close
Oh, with Norway?
with Norway. It's Finland.
Yeah, all right.
The country that doesn't get mentioned enough.
Well, now anyone who's a big gamer and is aware of Sam Lake, the head of Remedy Studios, they make
Mhm.
games like Alan Wake. He's a big coffee guy, and he always posts little videos of him drinking coffees on his travels.
Is that how you got to this question?
No, I just
Oh,
came
okay.
across this, but then I was like, oh, that totally makes sense. Why Sam Lake? That is a big part of his day, and he really enjoys coffee.
So Sam Lake is the creator of not the character. That's
Well,
Alan Wake.
He also
the
is
face of Max
face
Payne.
of Max Payne.
You know that,
Yeah.
in the first Max Payne, that scrunched up face
And
that
that's
was
the
diving around in
developer?
slow motion?
And
That's
he's just,
him.
He's just
That's
a
his face.
delightful guy.
It's a fun
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
I guess if I developed a game, I'd be like, make my face the face of the main character so that the entire studio could constantly
It's a Winnie the
stare.
Pooh game.
Yeah.
There's your little tummy.
Look at my little tummy. Ooh, Tigger, my tummy and my face.
Elyse, this isn't a question that you asked, but maybe because you're a fountain of knowledge, you'll know. Why is Winnie the Pooh called Winnie the Pooh? Because Pooh Pooh means poo. In England, people say poo all the time. But what does a Pooh bear also mean?
But the H softens it.
Yeah, but
Christopher Robin.
I think I know the answer to this.
I definitely looked this up before because I
It's-
too was curious.
There was a bear in the zoo. I
Yeah.
believe that the author's son, they'd go to it, and for some reason he would call it Winnie the Pooh, and then that's what he named his stuffed animal, I think. Or he'd tell him
They'd be like,
stories.
why do you call him Winnie the Pooh? Because that's what he's eating.
Oh.
wow. So actually, it's A.A. Milne's son that was like just doing blue comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Welcome to the zoo, everyone. I'm Christopher Robin. I like
Loves-
to tell a few jokes in front of this bear cage.
Yeah. Love scatological humor.
Mm.
So
Wow.
You
I
can
think, but
Google
I think
it.
it was one of those cute, like misnamed things. Like, you know how like a friend would be like, why do they call, like my dad is like, why do they call him Buddy? That was his nickname growing up. And it's because his sister couldn't pronounce brother. So she would say something, Buddy, and
wow.
it became Buddy.
It's getting even deeper because the name Winnie the Pooh is a combination of Winnie, the black bear at the London Zoo, and then Pooh, the name Christopher Robin gave to a pet swan.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's
like,
Swan.
He thought
then
it
where
was a
do you-
I was
swan.
way off.
He's
I mean,
like,
I had the
"That's a
zoo.
swan."
I had the zoo part. Listen, son.
Maybe the swan shit everywhere.
It's just because the kid was being stupid.
The swan would,
Yeah.
like you'd
That's
always
gotta be it.
step in the swan shit.
It's flamingos that smell bad, right? Yeah, not swans.
It's
How do
flamingos
how
that
does swans
smell
smell?
bad, right? I don't know why.
That's not how I said it. That's not how I said it.
James, that's exactly how you
That's
said
not how
it.
I said it.
Flamingos that smell bad, right?
That's not how I said it at all. I said it perfectly normal.
Flamingos that smell right.
You guys are going to get Glasgow kissed if you keep it
We
up.
are.
It could be cool, everyone. Be cool.
In the 2010 action comedy MacGruber, Val Kilmer's line, "Sorry, I don't speak Russian," is an Easter egg, a reference to this earlier Kilmer movie in which he says the same line.
The Saint.
How much have you seen The Saint? How many times?
I've seen it once. I just remember my dad being real excited for that movie.
He goes,
Of course he was.
St. Thomas Aquinas.
Does he say that in that
That's
movie?
the, yeah, he says, what's your name? Thomas Aquinas. He does because Val Kilmer is fantastic
Yeah.
and a transformative actor, but he's not so transformative in that film as the saint character is supposed to be. It's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even, how did he get from this part of this? And he always uses the names of saints. And so, what's your name? And he's playing like an artsy fartsy person to try and attract Elizabeth Shue. And he goes, Thomas Aquinas.
I want to see it now. I
I
want to
do too.
hear
Have you never
it.
seen The Saint?
Well, I think I watched it on VHS because it was
How many
rented
tapes?
Just
from
one.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think I finished it because I didn't think it was very good.
It is one of the boring movies when they're like spy genres were okay. It was okay to be boring. But in hindsight, it is a fun watch.
Why was your dad so excited for The Saint?
Because he loved the show growing up.
Oh, okay.
Roger Moore.
Yeah, he was very excited. The only thing I remember from that movie is it being very, very gray and blue
Yeah.
was the color. And then also at some point, the woman was suffering from hypothermia. So he laid his naked body upon her. And I remember going, why is this happening? And my dad, she has hypothermia.
But isn't that a
remember
thing that we as people, like it's like when you were a kid and you thought you'd step in quicksand at a certain point. I'm like, there'll come a point in my life where I have hypothermia and someone is like, the only solution is skin to skin, body to body.
Why is
Let's
Trump
do
the
this.
one who's doing this? We have to put my body against your body. It's the only way. He would keep you warm though. There is a lot. There's a lot to
what's
go around.
the Star Wars thing that you cut open?
The
and you crawl up the
tauntaun?
tauntaun?
Yeah. It's
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
they're gonna put you inside
That's
Val
my
Kilmer.
Harrison Ford.
That was
you
pretty
ever
good.
got Harrison Ford in that?
Nope,
No, I
not
don't
at
think
all.
so.
That's
That
too
was
bad.
perfect.
James is a pretty good one.
St. Thomas Aquinas.
Oh, hey.
That's a little Sean Connery.
The little Sean Connery. The original saint.
Mine sounds like Mr. Bean. St. Thomas Aquinas.
The other thing from this movie, there was a big thing in the 90s where the MacGuffin for everything was a formula that allowed us to turn water into energy. That was in like 7 or 8
cold
movies in
fusion,
Cold
right?
Fusion. Yeah. And that was the big premise of this. And the solution to how to do it was kept in Elizabeth Shue's bra. That's the other thing I remember about this movie. So then he's like going to make love to her.
That thing's tighter than Fort Knox.
St. Thomas Aquinas tries to make love to her.
EMPs was the big thing too for a while. Where
Yes.
it's like,
Oh,
we got
yeah.
electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah.
Any second now, it's going to take out all the things. I only know The Saint with Val Kilmer. I don't think he was in any other movies. He was just in The Saint. His whole career was built on that.
I don't think this is correct, but I'm going to say Tombstone.
What was the line again?
Sorry, I don't speak Russian. Doc Holliday
Yep.
rolls up. He's
Sorry.
coughing his brains out.
Yep.
He's got TB. He's playing cards. Sorry, I don't speak Russian.
Is it a reference to Top Secret?
That's
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I hope that Naked Gun reboot issues in a new era of spoof comedy. I don't know if it will,
I don't think it will.
but it would be wonderful.
It would be really fun. I'm okay with. I didn't like it at the time. Like when that was a thing, I was like, not a big fan of this. Now I miss it.
We need to bring back Seltzer Friedberg. They need to be making one movie a year at least.
Seltzer Free. Is that a person?
That's the duo that did all the epic movie and Meet the Spartans and all
that's
those. Remember that? What a great time to be alive that was. Those guys. I remember I saw a magazine once that it was one of them, 2 guys. It was a showcase of their house that was paid for by all those movies in the Hollywood Hills. And I just remember flipping the pages and being like, okay.
Yeah, I should make some spoofs.
Do you know the answer to this?
I thought it was a Saint too.
Well,
but then he said Top Secret, and I was like, Top Secret sounds right.
I'm going to go with Saint. You go with Top Secret, or you want to go with Saint?
I'll take the Saint.
I'll take Top Secret.
once again, it looks like AJ's dad did a great job of raising him.
Because it's top secret?
Because it's the Saint.
Oh, is it the Saint? Oh, James got it right.
Hey.
Well, wait, you traded.
We did trade, so James got it right. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get points on the back end.
I think I know the character because he changes and he uses the saints, and at the end he makes a miracle. He makes a miracle. He turns water into energy.
Is that what? Is that? I don't remember the movie at all.
I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Also,
it starts in a boarding school.
I'm sorry, my voice just cracked.
That's okay.
Fine. Puberty happens eventually to all of us. Yeah.
But I'm just wondering why Val Kilmer is doing a movie that has anything to do with science, because he was a Christian scientist.
He was an actor as well.
Yeah,
he was playing a part. And as long as he was able to constantly he'd look in the mirror and he goes, "You're the saint, you're the saint, you're the saint."
Sounds like it's the perfect movie for him.
That would allow him to push down any sort of desire to use his Christian science on it.
But that movie has Christian and science. So it's the perfect film.
That is true. Also,
you're right.
Yeah, it's got all the things. That's
My
the perfect
goodness.
movie. Yeah.
What about us who only obey the laws of the West? I love Tombstone. Anytime Tombstone comes up, I want to watch
None
it.
of us brought it up.
Hey, we did earlier.
We
we
did.
talked about it
Yeah.
with Doc Holiday. I love Tombstone.
Tombstone's great.
It's so good.
I've never seen it. I gotta
We gotta watch
one
it.
for the both of you.
Can we get Tombstone
No.
pizzas and watch Tombstone?
No,
That sounds like the
guns.
perfect night.
Yeah, that sounds great. What do you have on your tombstone?
I remember those commercials.
They were great. Maybe one. I don't think I've ever had a tombstone.
They got-
Wow, what a difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tombstone. Wow, what a difference.
Now that's a good for a pizza. That's pretty great because it's implying that like, oh, this is a better pizza. But for Blockbuster,
In the fall of 1995, Tickle Me Elmo co-creator Mark Williams got a call from the FBI. What did they suspect Mark might be involved with?
what?
Fall of 1995, Mark Williams gets this call from the FBI because something happened, and the FBI was like, "Were you involved with this?"
Is it because Elmo said some, like, you know how there are some that they would have satanic messages in the Elmo or whatever? Like, "I'll kill you," or whatever.
Was that a secret? If you tickled him 400,
Were there some
666
Elmos
times?
that had weird, people were reporting that their Elmos were saying weird things because
I think you're thinking of another toy where you could record yourself. Isn't that this scratches some little part of my
That
brain?
reminds- maybe a Furby?
I know Furbies were an issue because they were afraid that they were stealing government secrets, so they were not allowed to be in the White House. But that
Wait,
wouldn't be till like 4 years later.
Is this a real thing, or
That
is
is a
this
real
something
thing.
your dad told you
No. This is
when
a
you
real
were
thing.
a child?
I mean, as real as I saw it, I remember seeing it in the news and it being a thing that it is. They were afraid it was recording people's conversations. Which I guess to some degree it was, but not like full conversations. It was like it would repeat a word if you said it 1,000 times.
yeah.
But Tickle Me Elmo.
He just tickled. He just tickled and laughed. He laughed. You tickle him and he laughed. What's the name of the Elmo that sits on the toilet seat and does like the little shimmy back
Shittle
and
Me
forth?
Elmo? I don't know. Trickle Me Elmo.
Tickle Me. Oh, God.
yeah.
Ugh.
Wow. That might be one of the cleverest and worst things ever said on this podcast.
For now.
That Just so AJ's mom knows, James said that.
That was
James
James.
said that was James.
Yeah.
Dave said that. And Elmo has to be old enough to be getting prostate problems at this point. So that
Oh,
makes
yeah,
sense.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, did they just call him to thank him for bringing joy to the masses?
No, that's never, the government doesn't
The
call to
government
do
was
that.
like, hey, can you come here? Because we'd like to shake your hand.
Let's see, 95. That's Clinton, right?
Oh, I
I'm
don't.
going to say drug smuggling?
Oh.
People are putting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually that would make sense.
The person actually responsible for this was arrested in April 3rd of that year. Tickle Me Elmo was put out in July.
So something actually did. This wasn't just the government going like, hey, you better not.
They thought
Something
maybe
happened.
he was connected.
And they were like, is Tickle
Yeah.
Me Elmo related to
They were
this?
like, are you connected to something that's this person was doing? And
I think
Yeah.
Zach's right. I'm going to say because it was the most popular toy on the planet. Someone just probably started manufacturing knockoffs and putting drugs or something inside them. And yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Or like-
Tickle.
hey,
Okay.
what do you do? I can't really do an Elmo.
Oh,
Like,
no, I want to hear that.
like, what do you do? Like, what do you put in Elmo?
Wait, is Elmo sentient when
'Cause
you
he
are
doesn't-
operating on
He
him?
doesn't use like articles when he talks, right? He just goes
Yeah.
like, what do you put in Elmo?
yeah.
Yeah,
He's got like, yeah.
what you put in me? I don't know. I can't do
That's
Elmo.
pretty good.
I don't
That's
like
pretty
it.
good.
I don't like any of this stuff.
Love
poor
Elmo. Love
Poor
Elmo.
Yeah, I don't want to have Elmo being violated by cartels.
No one does.
No one wants that.
I
That's
mean,
terrible.
the people who wanted the drugs certainly didn't mind.
Hey, you got a free Tickle Me Elmo too. That was hot commodity.
You get your drugs, and you also are the hero at Christmas.
100%.
Yeah. Why is there a big knife cut down Elmo's stomach and a bag pulled? I don't know.
Was the Unabomber involved with Tickle Me Elmo in some way?
He had him strapped to his chest.
Oh.
Was the Unabomber like, he's like gave
I'll do
something
it, I'll
out as
tickle him.
presents, and so
If Elmo go down, you go down too.
how come you close your eyes so tight? She closes her
Don't
eyes
describe
so
it for the
tight, and then she
listeners.
does all the lines, and then when
Don't
she
describe
finishes
it for
doing
the
it, she opens her
listeners.
eyes again. She shifts into Elmo.
Can you describe for AJ and Zach?
Oh,
what
you've
shift-
told me what
I'm sure
shifting
they
is.
know, but shifting is different than imagining or pretend. That is not what is transpiring. When you shift, you are actually becoming the thing, or or shifting is the accurate way to describe it.
So it's not an imitation.
It's not. If you say, Zach, you said, I want to date Draco Malfoy
Close your eyes.
in Hogwarts. You could imagine that happening, but it's not the same as shifting. If you shift, you have actually done it, and it has actually transpired in the place where you shifted to. So now
like
you
the
know.
Snape wives.
Wait,
There's that
so
whole,
this is like
That
do you
I
not know
don't-
Snape wives?
No, I don't know Snape
Hold
wives.
on.
I don't know
Hold
if I
the
want
phone.
this. Is this
There's
a
a whole
reality
YouTube
show?
thing. No, it's not. I wish it was. God, there was like a group of women that all believed they were dating different versions of Snape, and they would communicate, which I can understand.
Oh, I
it being,
remember this. Yeah.
It was problematic. They all believed they were dating different versions of the same Snape, and they had but obviously because it's a bunch of women all dating an imaginary character, there was a lot of tension. So things kind of imploded. But yeah, if you look up Snape wives, I forget, it's like Lindsay
won't.
Ellis or someone on
not gonna look it up.
YouTube. You should look it up. Did a whole video about it, and it is fascinating.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they were shifting.
They were.
taking
Well,
it
that's
very
what that's
seriously.
kind
They
of
were
like
shifting.
furries. Isn't that sort of like when you go from your persona to your
I'm sure
fursona?
furries. I don't know enough about it to presume how the psychology of that works, or whether or not shifting is a part of furries. I
But
think
let
that may
us
be more
know in the
complex.
comments.
If
Well,
you
yeah,
are
actually, yeah, sure.
shifting-
Maybe we send Zach undercover to get some of this information.
shift into multiple
I
different
would
people and leave
love
us different
to get
likes.
Zach a full fursuit.
Well, for the chair too, probably for the chair.
Sure,
I could
if you
be
want to
like
integrate
a
the chair, you
hedgehog or
can.
something real round. Like
You'd be
If you
so
want to.
cozy.
You should figure out what you want, and then we'll figure out how to integrate the chair.
I'll figure out what I can shift into, and then I'll decide what the costume
That's
is
perfect.
based on what I'm shifting into.
That's great. One of the best things you can do is you can get something like ice cream, and then you can shift into your alt, and then you can eat the ice cream. You can let your alt eat the ice cream for the first time.
No
and then,
calories for Zach.
And then ask them how they enjoyed it.
Yeah, wait, does the calories count? Because I could do that.
It does count.
Oh.
It does all
Jake-
count.
She gains
I've been
120 pounds.
shifting.
Yeah.
It wasn't
me.
Yeah, it was Greg.
James got us there. The Unabomber.
Was it the Unabomber?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, what was happening around
How
that?
is that
Oh, wow.
possible?
So
Okay.
basically, Mark Williams, there were all these coincidences that happened, these fantastic coincidences, because he had worked in making talking computer chips for airplanes. He had a background in nuclear physics. So the FBI called him and they were questioning him about possible connections to the Unabomber case. There were all these coincidences, like his oldest son had the same name as a clue found in the Kaczynski letter. He had blueprints for the same Boeing plane model that had been targeted by Kaczynski. There were airports and places he traveled to that were also marked as potential bombing sites. He lived within 20 miles of Kaczynski at 3 different times in his life. So like there were all these really,
These are not coincidences.
No,
You need to
I mean,
reopen this case right now.
and then they start looking into him and they think, okay, this is a guy that's got all these headless electronic dolls hanging in his lab.
Yeah.
That feels like a little bit of a red flag. Like he's developing all these like rocket toys. He's got fuses for things. So
We could easily take everything you just listed and make a 50-minute YouTube video where we state definitively that this guy is
No.
related to the Unabomber, and it would get millions of
But he
views, and
wasn't.
everyone would be like, well, case closed.
but he was not. He was not. It's just all these crazy
The facts
coincidences.
don't matter on YouTube, Elyse.
Yeah, you can do anything.
We put some flames on the thumbnail, and then boom.
But this guy made the biggest children's toy maybe ever.
Mhm.
And the FBI's parked outside of his house and his office following him, following his wife. Like wild to think about. I'm sure he can laugh about it at this point in life, but it's just bonkers
That would be
to
terrifying
think about.
if you're just like, yeah, I've made this. Wait, what do you mean?
How is this not already like one of the disposable documentaries on
100%, 100%, right?
It's
Maybe
gotta
it
be.
is. I don't.
I mean, there's like 400 documentaries that are like, who was Jack the Ripper? We found DNA on a new dress.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're convinced it's this guy. Like, which isn't a real thing that happened recently. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yeah,
I don't know
They
how
always
recent it
find
was.
a new guy.
But there's
They
always
got a new guy. It's a doctor. I go,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Great. What does this mean for me now?
Just something else to talk about.
Hey, just a heads up. If you're a London prostitute, we got him.
We got him. Don't worry. He's not still out there.
That is the end of this episode of Answer For It. One thing I want to plug before the show's over, our own AJ Locascio is publishing a delightful, wonderful Halloween children's story called
Spoops, The Little Spirits of Halloween, which will probably be out by the time we release this episode.
No, it will not.
Very close to being out.
Not even close.
No, it's coming out, but you can pre-order it right now.
You can pre-order it.
It's coming out, I believe, in early August.
Yeah, so you can pre-order it where like Barnes and Noble,
Everywhere,
Amazon,
hopefully.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Get your local Blockbuster bookstore.
The
Zach,
local Blockbuster books.
Anything you want to plug?
No, I just want to plug that you should leave us a review, engage in the comments, tell all your friends about us. Buy Elyse's children's book, A Night in
That's old
Halloween
news.
House.
That's old Halloween news,
It's a
Zach.
great
evergreen.
combo. If you don't have, if you're getting spoops, the little spirits of Halloween, might as well throw a Halloween house in there.
Okay, you want to get the free shipping, you get both maybe.
Have you
I
guys
don't
thought of
know.
bundling?
We're doing a bundle.
should we?
could. It's like slightly different audiences. Yours a
bit-
little more
bit
mature.
older.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you get one.
Little more
You save
literate.
one.
Yeah.
Before, you know.
You get one for you get a spoop for your kid, and then when they're ready, you night in Halloween house
You
them.
traumatize
You
them.
scare them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go, hey kid, get over here.
Yeah.
Dad, what happened?
You want to see a night in Halloween house? No, Dad. Elmo, no Halloween house.
Well,
No, I don't like them. James, what do you got to promote?
James, what do you want to promote? You have another podcast that you make.
I have another podcast that I do with a veteran Southern California wrestler, Scorpio Sky. We talk about the fact that I did YouTube and podcasting for years and he did wrestling, and now I'm doing wrestling and he's doing podcasting. So
That's wild.
the kind of things that men decide to do with the rest of their lives. And we get into more serious topics than maybe we do here,
Well,
but it's a lot of fun.
and you talk a lot about the wrestling industry at large too.
Yeah,
So what's
we
more
can
serious
inside
than
those.
the Unabomber?
That's fair.
That's kind of true.
That is
Not
fair.
much.
Yeah.
But
pretty
yeah,
serious.
and then also keep an eye on our social media accounts. Answer for it on Instagram, because we'll have updates there when we do more live shows. Because this whole podcast started because we had so much fun doing these live trivia shows. We'll probably make more posts here if you're listening on YouTube or
Yeah,
wherever.
if you
but
comment on YouTube and stuff, we see it.
we see everything you say.
We see it, and then we read it all, and we feel judged.
We do feel judged, but that's the point of comments. I would also say, Zach said share it. I'm going to say share it with a mom.
Share it with moms. Seem
We're really
to like it.
courting the mom audience
Yeah.
here. It's a great demographic. I've always been a big fan.
2 for 2.
And
Of
I have
2
one
moms.
myself. And I think that it's one thing to share with a friend, but I say share it with a mom.
Word to your mother. Zach, hit us with that classic answer for it outro.
Gotta go, cabs are here.
Wow, what a difference.
It's all coming together.